Well, I'm at the Leatherwood Ford Trailhead, Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area, and I'm getting ready to do a very short, half a mile or so backpack up the river and maybe some day hiking. The reason so short, last year I had a knee replacement late last year, and I'm getting pretty much over it now, except for a clicking sound now and then. And I was out of shape, obviously, because of the knee replacement. And all last year I didn't backpack at all because of my knee problems. And so the last backpack I was on was, I think, late October 2024, Upper Ball River. Long time. And so for someone who really loves backpacking, I love being in the woods. That was a long time. But I'm going today, and late today, it's 4 o'clock, basically to be sure I can backpack. And so far, I'm carrying 32 pounds, including 6 pounds or so of water, because there's no water, I don't think, where I'm camping. But I'm doing okay as I start out on the trail anyway. And if everything goes well, I'm going to start doing some short backpacks, easy backpacks, with some friends. I'll never be able to do the long ones, 10, 15 miles a day, that kind of thing. But 1 to 3 miles probably backpacking, maybe some day hiking. Should be able to do that. This is a great beginner, easy trail, fairly flat, and there's some great campsites along the trail, and I'm going to pick one of them. Last weekend I was up here car camping with some friends, and we hiked up here a short ways and saw lots of flowers and campsites. So far, again, I'm doing fine and hoping I can get back into backpacking at age 83 and almost a half. The temperature is just about my age, around 83. Nothing but blue sky up there, and a little muggy, but not bad. Talked to some people in the camp and in the parking lot, and they say there's lots of snakes. They saw 8 snakes over several days, mainly copperheads, but no ticks, which we saw a few last weekend. Something strange here along this trail. They have these little rest benches, but they're all sizes. That one there is, what, 1.5 feet? They've got some that are well over that, and some that are even lower than that. So I guess they made them different heights for different people. Well, it is 5 o'clock, and I'm starting a new trip. I got to the proposed campsite going upriver around 4/10 of a mile or so, and had stopped and taken pictures a lot along the way, and decided, what the heck, the walking was so easy, and I'm doing it pretty well even, and so I decided to do an even better destination, which is going downstream on the Angel Falls trail. So I came back to the parking lot, and I'm starting again at 5 o'clock. So I will be going down this trail toward Angel Falls, about a mile, and there's, I think, a great campsite. It's up a creek that I cross, and is a bare spot above the creek. It was a little wet last weekend when I looked at it, but it's going to be a great place because you can hear the river and the creek, I think. So I'm going to camp there, and hopefully my legs continue to hold out. So far, again, they've done well. This is a very easy trail, obviously. It's an old road, and very level generally. It goes up and down, down, down. And the wildflowers, at least last weekend, were a lot better on this trail. So we will see. Actually, I haven't seen nearly the numbers of flowers that we saw even last weekend. There's some trillium right there that have already bloomed and gone. Here are some of the wildflowers that I saw. First, the Lyreleaf Sage, then Coreopsis, then Fleabane, and finally the wild geranium. There's the river. Maybe you can hear it. Some little rapids. I'm at around 8/10 of a mile. Just saw a very nice campsite off to the left. And if the one I'm going to isn't okay, I'll come back to here. Also just saw a couple that had hiked down to the falls and said they saw nobody down this way. So they also said snakes are really out. They saw a bunch of snakes around Angel Falls. And the people I talked to going upriver likewise said they had seen a bunch of snakes. So I need to be careful about that. Well, I'm just about to the campsite, or proposed campsite, and it's marked by the rapids that I just showed on the video, and a bridge right there. Well, here's the bridge. Down there is the rapids, and I'll walk out on the bridge here. I figured out last weekend it's better to cross the bridge and then go up the creek to the campsite. And there's the creek, and maybe you can see the bare spot over there. That's where I'm proposing to camp. I'm going to go down and check it out. Only negative last weekend. It was kind of wet, but a perfect place off the trail. Clean water right beside it. So I'm going to give it a try. Here's a photograph of the campsite. Well, there's the bridge right there. And here I am on the tent site. And it's about 1.2 to the bridge and 1.3 to right here. It's a great site. Got the water over there. Nice creek, very flat and clear, but it's wet. So I'm trying to decide whether to camp here or go back up 2 or 3/10 of a mile down by the river where there's a really dry, big open area to camp in. It's now 6 o'clock, so I gotta decide soon. Well, by 7 o'clock, got the tent set up, washed my face off, got my stuff all laying around here. Dinner tonight is good to go. Pasta marinara. Actually thought about just having, because I had a big lunch at Petro's beforehand, just having a ramen noodles. But I'm pretty tired, actually. Didn't go that far, but I'm pretty tired. And so I've got my stove going, heating up some water for some bouillon to start out with. And it's a lovely campsite. The only disadvantage, as I've said, the ground is kind of wet, but the nice creek there. Interestingly, there used to be a trail coming along the side there, but maybe way back there was a trail up this creek. And of course, way down there is Big South Fork. You can hear it, I think, if I be quiet. Seen just a few people pass on the bridge there, going back out, a bunch of kids mainly, but certainly this place is not crowded, and I really like it here. I'm all alone. I expect from now on I'll be totally alone until maybe after I leave tomorrow. Who knows? Well, I went with the ramen noodles, and they're great. The saltiness or something is perfect. And some bouillon there and some Gatorade over there. And I think that's going to be enough for me tonight. It's getting a little cooler, but not bad, as the sun is pretty much dropped away from the canyon valley over there, the river valley. And I'm sitting here totally hidden from the sun. Totally quiet, no sounds at all except a few insects and the river down there below. Well, it's 8 o'clock, getting dark, certainly in this little side canyon valley here. And I figured out that trail I'd mentioned earlier. Before they built the bridge there used to be a trail probably coming from the left and coming up the side over there, because the banks down there are steep and floods would have been a problem. And it came down, it's been washed out over there, and came across somewhere up there and then continued back down the valley. You can kind of see a trail right there. Up there it goes, and on over that little ridge and down to the trail as it now exists, which is how I came down there. So I think that's the explanation for that. Nice dinner, and temperature's a little cool, but not bad, just actually perfect. And I'll probably be in the tent in the next half an hour. Beautiful place. By the way, I don't have a fire tonight. I was planning on it. I have a fire starter, but just 2 days ago, really, the Park Service put a notice on that all backcountry fires are prohibited except for stoves. Well, I got up around 7:30 and had a pretty good night's sleep. The roaring of the river down there, 50 yards away or so, and every now and then you could hear the murmuring of the creek here. Really were nice, and it was totally quiet all night long. This morning, lots of birds singing all around the camp. So a great campsite again, except for the wet soil, damp really, not totally wet. And now for breakfast and heading out. There was what is called Anderson Creek. Down there is the bridge and Anderson Creek, and getting ready to fix breakfast right there. Having my usual breakfast, oatmeal, instant oatmeal, hot chocolate, Crystal Light orange juice, and a breakfast bar. And it's warming up slowly here. I think it was down in probably in the high 40s last night here. It's cooler here, I think, than out in the open area because it's so shady here all day long in the water. But it's going up to the 80s, I think, today, or high 70s anyway. So it'll be a good day. And I'll be getting started in a while. At about a third of a mile up the trail from the creek, Anderson Creek, there's this great campsite. It's much drier. And if I came back, I'd probably stay here. You'd have to hike on down to get water, or carry water in, of course. There's some pretty good bluffs along the trail. Like right here, this is above the only other creek that I passed. That's a quarter of a mile or less from the trailhead. And down there, the Big South Fork. I'm back to the parking lot by about 10:20, and a good backpack, a good first post knee replacement, 83 years old backpack, and I did okay. I'm tired, of course, and only 1.3 miles to the site from here. Met a couple from Asheville who confirmed they come this same weekend every year, and the flowers are usually great, but they and everybody else says the flowers are at least a week early, if not 2 weeks early. And now I'm going looking for a somewhat rare flower, wildflower, the Kentucky later slipper, yellow lady slipper, which I've only seen in one place, although I guess they're all over this area. Here are some photographs of the Kentucky or Southern lady slipper, which I found after the backpack.